What's up, guys? My name is Kevin Murray, and today I'll be talking about my raw thoughts on the personal development industry and my kind of story from it. And I've been just consuming personal development content since 2019. When my friend from we used to work at a grocery store, and he recommended me a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki and a book called The Secret, which talks about the law of attraction and manifesting and stuff. In that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad underlying changed my mindset of money and how the rich think about money. The concept being a rich dad or versus a poor dad. Rich dad are rich people. They have assets. They know how to use debt and how to leverage it. And they think so differently about money. They have asset producing incomes that produce some passive income. It talks about the poor dad concept, which most Americans are. They're not financially literate. They're living paycheck to paycheck and have a lot of debt and get trapped in that rat race cycle of living paycheck to paycheck and not acquiring assets at a young age or even in their older adult life. And you can say most Americans aren't like that. This is a very extreme view on it, but it's very true. Think about it. Ask yourself this, if I was 20 years old, what would I do differently about money? If I'm 30 or 40 or right now, how should I change my structure and mindset about money? So I start acquiring assets. So I stop and pay off my credit card bills first and stop spending money on useless things or materialistic things. Something to really think about. And another book was The Secret. It talks about law of attraction, manifesting. Essentially, you could manifest anything in your life, but something that I thought of, you could just think about it and just manifest it, but that's not really true. Write it down, put it on your phone notes, but you have to keep going back to it, that goal, that specific number you want to make, or anything you want to define in your life, and keep going back to it and taking small steps to getting into that end goal. Say you want to have $1 million by the age of 30, how are you going to get there? Reverse engineer it. Am I going to be producing a business that's producing me cash flows to it? Or am I investing in the stock market or real estate or crypto? Or what kind of social life do I want to have? What types of friends? Is it just my high school friends? Because you could say most people if people watch this, from your town or in your high school, don't change after high school. They're exactly the same person you remember from. Do you want those types of friends? Not to bash any of them, or you want to expand your network, because my network is my net worth. That corny concept. And I just want to go back to the personal development journey. I read pretty much all the famous books from Rich Dad Poor Dad, Secret, How to Win Friends and Influence People, Napoleon Hill stuff, 7 Habits, Power Now, Levels of Energy, all pretty much any book you could think of, Tim Ferriss too, Tony Robbins, The Intelligent Investor, personal finance books and all that stuff. And I learned when you start consuming personal development content, these books are so valuable, but they cost nothing if you compare it to school. I'm a current senior year in college majoring in finance. And sure, it's cool you become a well-rounded person doing all these electives from ethics to political science to arts to history, and then concentrating into your major, which is me, finance. But when you read personal development content, it kind of expands your consciousness. You become wiser and you just think more out of the box, right? Because you could say school, in my opinion, traps you. How did the school system get set up? Was it from Rockefeller? He wants the school curriculum to train people to be employees so they don't think for themselves and don't start companies. You can read up on that. It's very structured. You don't think for yourself. You think the same as everyone else. There's no creativity. It's all multiple choice, no short answer for me personally. Cool, you meet cool people, cool teachers, but you gotta ask yourself, is that specific teacher or someone there, do you want to be them in 20, 30 years, or do you want more to life? You could live a simple life, or do you want more to it? Thinking for yourself, asking yourself, what kind of life do I want to live? I mean, I'm going on a rant and stuff, but I'm just separating school and personal development content, because school is what the masses think about, or you could say maybe sheep mentality, but personal development content, you get more open to these types of concepts. You just learn more and you just think on a different frequency or even level. Something that I kind of noticed too. I'm not bashing any of these. There's positives and negatives to it, right? In life, the cause and effect, the universal law. I got my associates. I'm getting my bachelor's in about 6 months or so, and I'm happy with it. If I want to do that 9 to 5 aspect of it, I have the bachelor's and I'll get a good paying job and I can start growing my portfolio. When I start investing into personal development YouTube and masterminds, it kind of increases my consciousness. You don't really have to go to school to be successful, you could say. People that are successful are out-of-box thinkers, creative thinkers. They're the ones that got C's in schools. Grades do matter. You should be more open to it. I think everyone should go to school. I think everyone should go to high school, but and also go to community college too. But then also when you're in school, you gotta try something new, try to side hustle, creating a personal brand, start investing, or side hustles like Amazon FBA or anything like that. To see just doing the unconventional things and just taking a risk, because most people don't take the risk. They say, oh, I'm gonna do this, but they procrastinate and never do it. Why not do it if you're not the best in the beginning, but you at least try, right? It's like 50% of it just showing up, right? That saying. I know I'm all over the place in this video, but like school, it's great. You get the 9 to 5 and you just become a well-rounded person. Personal development too. Like it just increases your consciousness. You think differently. You're just more open to stuff in life than doing that unconventional route. But there's like negatives to the personal development like industry. You keep consuming. You want more and more and more. That you're not the person already that you want to be, but you're already in it. You already are if you think about it. These like limiting beliefs. Like when I started in my personal development journey, like I consumed a book. I kept going, but I never applied the information to it. But after like a year or 2-3 years down the line, I reread the books, read one chapter of it, and then start consuming the golden nuggets, you could say, or the actionable things you could get from the books and apply to your real life. That's when you see the most change. And just really just getting out of your comfort zone. Because when you get out of your comfort zone, that's when you see the self-growth out of yourself. You might be like, for me, like I'm in the town I was born in. Have this routine in the summertime, doing some internships, doing some videos, going working out, maybe hitting up new people I haven't talked to. Like, sure, it gets me a little bit out of my comfort zone, but if I move to a new city, if it's Denver or Colorado or Miami or LA, that's when I grow as a person. And you could essentially be your own person because no one knows your story. You could set up your own personality, and then it just opens your consciousness. And it's like, kind of like my little ramble in my video. Like, I think I recommend everyone to just get into it, the personal development industry, but also like being conscious. Like, you don't need all these books, all these masterminds, all these coaching things, podcasts to be a you could say woke person or a self-aware person. But thank you for watching, and peace out.